All right, so today's lesson is on area of polygons, and we're going to start with the square. And the formula for a square is it is side squared. All right, because the square has four sides that are all the same measurement. So you'll see these slashed lines. You'll also see this little square here representing a 90-degree angle. So we know that for a rectangle, it's length times width. It's similar for a square, it's length times width, but because the sides are all the same, it's side squared. So in this example, if one side is given to us, it's 7.2 meters. So area is equal to side squared. We're just going to substitute that into our formula. So 7.2 squared. Recall from exponents, squared here, the power of 2, that means it's 7.2 times 7.2. All right, and you can use your squared button on your calculator, or you can just type in 7.2 times 7.2. So the area of this square is 51.84 meters squared. All right, next is the rectangle. And the formula for a rectangle is area is equal to length times width. All right, so represented by LW. So if we have a rectangle like this, we know that these two sides are the same measurement and these two sides are the same measurement in a rectangle. So if we have 17 centimeters and 8 centimeters, we're going to multiply those two together. So area is equal to 17 times 8, and that gives me 136 centimeters squared. All right, very important with the units. Make sure you are using the squared for area. Next is a rhombus. Which is like a tilted square. It looks like that. The four sides have the same measurement. Okay, but here you are given the height. So 8 meters for the height and 9 meters for the side. So the area of a rhombus is equal to AB. That little a here is representing height or altitude. And you'll see it in these modules as A, but as we continue with math, you will also see it as H, H representing height, and the little b representing base. So in this rhombus then, our altitude is 8, our base is 9, and our area therefore is 72 meters squared. All right, after the rhombus, we have the parallelogram. All right, so the parallelogram, it's like a tilted rectangle. So the area of this is AB, A times B, and so I'm just going to draw parallelogram. So these two sides are the same, and these two sides would be the same, and then you need to know the height. So in this case, we're given 6.2 hectometers and 12 hectometers. All right, so our altitude is 6.2 meters. This dashed line represents altitude. So 6.2, and then our base is 12. So 6.2 times 12, and that gives me 74.4. And recall that we don't use hectometers squared when we were looking at area measurements. It's just hectare. If you put hectometers squared, I would still accept it, but it is used as hectare. Triangles are next. So in the modules, there are different types of there's different types of formulas given. Area is equal to 0.5 AB, or half AB, or AB divided by 2. So you can use any of those formulas. So again, there's 0.5 AB, there is half AB like this, or you can use AB divided by 2. So all of those formulas are the exact same for triangles, so you can use either one of those. Okay, again, the A represents altitude, B represents height. So if we have a triangle like this, and we're given the height of 5 meters, and our base is 12 meters, and I'm just going to use 0.5. A is 5 meters and B is 12. Okay, and then you just got to multiply those out, and it is equal to 30 meters squared. Okay, so trapezoids have, there's two formulas you can use. So area is equal to 0.5 AB1 plus 0.5 AB2. All right, because there's two bases here. The other formula you can use is area is equal to 0.5 multiplied by the A, and then in brackets we have base 1 plus base 2. All right, so either formula you can use to calculate the area of a trapezoid. Okay, I'm just going to use this formula here. So 0.5 times A, which is the altitude, which is 15. And then it's multiplied by base 1 and base 1 plus base 2, so 40 plus 34. Like that. All right, so I am going to just add this up together. We get 0.5, and then 15, and then 40 plus 34, and then we can multiply that after. So 0.5 times 15 times 74, that gives me 555 meters squared. All right, so that's trapezoids. Next is regular polygons. So regular polygons here, let's say we have a hexagon. All right, when I say regular, it means each side here has the same measurement, and then each angle also has the same measurement. All right, so the formula for, and sorry, you're given a height as well like this. So in this example, it is 17 centimeters, and the side is 24 centimeters. So the formula is 0.5 ANS. All right, so here A still represents altitude or height, and the N here, like we saw before in perimeter, N represents number of sides, and then S is the measurement of the side. All right, so in this example, we have 0.5 multiplied by A, which is the altitude, it is 17. The number of sides, this is a hexagon, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's 6-sided. And then S represents the measurement of the side, which is 24. All right, and then we would just multiply that out. So 0.5 times 17 times 6 times 24, which gives me 1,224 centimeters squared. All right, so lastly we have circle. The area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. So in this example of the circle, and we're given the radius is 5.6 meters. All right, so if it was given in diameter, to get your radius, you would divide by 2. Diameter divided by 2 will give you your radius. All right, because in our equation, we are using radius squared. The other thing to keep in mind is when you are putting this in your calculator, it's just the radius that's squared. So you would do radius squared multiplied by pi. All right, and for pi, we will just use 3.14, and radius is 5.6, and only the radius is squared. All right, so very important when you put this into your calculator, you're not squaring this whole thing, you're only squaring the radius. So it's 5.6 times 5.6 times 3.14. And that gives me 98.47 meters squared. All right, so in this example, we have a circle, we're given the diameter. So the first thing we have to note here is that we need radius, not the diameter. So radius can be calculated by taking the diameter, dividing it by 2. So 16 divided by 2, which is 8 meters. All right, now once you have your radius, we can go ahead and put that into our formula. So pi times 8 squared. So again, it's just the 8 that's being squared, so it's 8 times 8 times pi, which gives me 200.96, and it is meters squared.